What's up, everybody? My name is Adam, and welcome to another episode of Brew Buds, where we give homebrewing advice and talk about beer in general. And if that's something that interests you, then consider subscribing, because when we reach 69 subscribers, we're gonna make a Mystery Shots video. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why Guinness is different over in the United States than it is in Ireland. If you do enjoy the video, then do me a favor and invite the like button over to your place for a bonfire, and after it's been lit, push the like button into the fire. More on that coming up. I'm a personal fan of Guinness. Guinness, for those of you who don't know, is a nitro stout. Inside the can of Guinness is a nitro ball. When you open up the can, that nitrogen ball releases all the nitrogen into the brew. Then you have to let it sit for 119 seconds in order for all the nitrogen to go down the sides of the can, or sides of the glass if you can see it, and then it comes back up into the beer itself. Now we have that out of the way, let's look at the first reason why Guinness is different in the United States than in Ireland. It's not imported, therefore the water is different. Now you're thinking, hold on a minute, Guinness is made over in Ireland. And that is very much true. But when we have Guinness here in the United States, it is actually made here in the United States by certain breweries that are contracted by Guinness. So, with that logistics issue out of the way, the water is overall different. The water you get in Dublin is going to be very different than the water you get out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The second reason, and probably one of the bigger reasons why Guinness supposedly tastes better over in Ireland, is because they don't filter out as much of the yeast. So in every beer, there is a little bit of yeast that is still in the beer when it gets processed, aka getting put into bottles, cans, kegs, etc. So what we do in America is we pasteurize it, and that is something that is kind of required by the FDA to do. If you pour a tap of Guinness in the United States, it does not have to sit nearly as long as it does over in Ireland, because in Ireland they still have that little bit of yeast in there that is still active. After we pasteurize it over here in America, that yeast is no longer active. It is not making any more bubbles, essentially, because in the taps over in Ireland, when you pour it, it foams up so much, and the reason why is because of the yeast. Now, the recipes are exactly the same over in Ireland as they are in the United States. But the third reason why it would be very different over here in the United States than it is in Ireland is because of the taps. Over here in the United States, not as many people drink Guinness. It's not as popular, primarily because it is a bit more expensive off the taps. But over in Ireland, where it is made daily and is the most popular beer, that tap is flowing all the time. So, think about that. If you ever have a beer that's been sitting in the tap for an hour, maybe longer, because nobody had another Guinness poured, that's going to be very different than having a fresh tap after it's already had 3 or 4 go through it in a row. So you can see why it might taste a little bit better over there, simply because of the taps. And if you thought that was interesting, you should check out some of these videos over here, or perhaps some of these over here. And as always, we will see you next time.